Letters of recommendation play a key role in graduate school applications. As programs become more competitive, strong letters carry even more weight in helping your applications stand out. Many applications ask you to list your recommenders online, and often those recommendation requests are sent immediately. Before submitting names, it's essential that you have already spoken with your recommenders, they've agreed to write a positive letter about you, and that you have already provided them with all the necessary materials and deadlines. When selecting recommenders, choose people who know your work well and can speak to your strengths with specific examples. Some strong recommenders might include faculty, supervisors, and research mentors. While it may be tempting to ask someone such as coach or clergy member, they are often less familiar with your academic performance or research experience at the undergraduate level, both of which are especially important to admissions committees. Similarly, avoid choosing high-profile people, such as politicians or well-known figures, unless they've directly worked with you. Admission committees prioritize first-hand insight over name recognition. When choosing recommenders, think about people who know your work well and can speak to your strengths with specific examples. The most effective letters come from people who have first-hand observations of your academic work and can describe what you've accomplished, how you've grown, and why they'll believe you'll succeed. Even the strongest recommendation can't help if it arrives late, so it's important to consider reliability. Before asking, think about whether the person is likely to complete the recommendation by the deadline. Choosing someone who is dependable can help you avoid unnecessary stress as deadlines approach. This may sound surprising, but not every recommendation letter is positive. Admission committees do occasionally receive letters that raise concerns or offer only lukewarm support. The strongest letters come from people who are excited to support your goals and can honestly recommend you with enthusiasm. A lukewarm letter, or worse, a negative one, can have a significant impact on your application. Finally, plan ahead by identifying at least one additional recommender beyond the required number so you have a backup if needed. Asking early is one of the best ways to make the recommendation process easier for both you and your recommender. Whenever possible, ask 2 to 6 weeks before the application deadline, keeping in mind that faculty and supervisors often have many competing responsibilities. Once someone agrees to write your recommendation, make the process as easy as possible. Share the application deadline, submission instructions, information about the program or position you're applying to, and anything else they might need to write a stronger letter. If you ask about a month before the deadline, it's perfectly appropriate to follow up after 2 weeks to make sure they have everything they need. As needed, check in again 1 week before the deadline and one final time about 3 days before it's due. A polite reminder can help ensure your recommendation is submitted on time. Once someone agrees to write your recommendation, provide the information they need to write a strong, personalized letter. Include your resume or CV, an unofficial transcript, and your personal statement. If you've taken classes with a recommender, remind them which courses you took and when. You can also share a graded assignment, research paper, or project that highlights your work together. Finally, provide a list of the graduate programs you're applying to, along with all the application deadlines and submission instructions. Even if they know you well, these materials can help refresh their memory and tailor the letter to your goals. One of the best things you can do is help your recommender understand what you hope the admissions committee remembers about you. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing I want the graduate program to know about me? Then share that with your recommender. Providing this context helps them write a letter that reinforces the story you're telling throughout the rest of your application. Once the process is complete, take a moment to thank your recommender for their time and effort. Writing a thoughtful recommendation requires a significant investment of time and effort, and a sincere thank you goes a long way. As you receive updates from programs, share your progress with your recommenders. Whether you're invited to an interview, offered admission, or decided where you will enroll, keeping them informed is a thoughtful way to recognize the important role they played in your journey.